episode of IGN Conversations is brought to you by Gran Turismo 6, available December 6th.
Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN here, and this is everything we know about Halo 5 so far, as of December 2013. I'm joined by my fellow IGN Halo superfan, Alfredo Diaz.
What's up, guys?
So, Alfredo, we don't know much.
There's not much, but there's a handful of information.
Yeah, we know more than you might think.
Exactly.
While still not being much. So let's start at the top. What's
I think
the biggest takeaway for you?
I would say, for me, the biggest takeaway is the fact that it's a reclaim. The story's focused on the Reclaimers, but they're not calling it a trilogy. They don't want to limit it to that. So
they kind of bailed out of that
saga, right?
Yeah.
Of whether or not that's too many Halos or not. I mean, that's what they're shooting for right now.
Right.
I mean, they also said that it is 60 frames per second. It is built for the Xbox One. It will utilize dedicated servers.
Yep.
60 frames per second. I mean, yeah, there's just a whole ton of things that we could really talk about, right? It's a new engine overall.
Yeah, on the technical side, to build off your point, there is one interesting thing happened very recently that you might not think much of or even really necessarily be aware of. There was a woman that worked for 343 named Corinne Yu. I hope I'm pronouncing her first name correctly.
That's right, the principal engine programmer.
Yeah, so she was hired away. She worked at Gearbox for a long time. And it was announced recently that she left 343 to go work at Naughty Dog. So she is going to go be making Uncharted, presumably. Very, very pretty game. But she is regarded as essentially one of, if not the best engine programmer in the business, especially now that John Carmack is off doing virtual reality headsets.
Exactly.
And so, and Halo 4, which she built,
strongly worked on, Halo 4.
You can see it on the screen.
Exactly.
Halo 4 was a beautiful game
beautiful.
on 8-year-old hardware. So her loss is actually a big loss.
Her track record's good. Halo 4, Borderlands, and so we'll see how they can handle losing her.
Yeah, that's a tough one on the technical side. So it is possible. I know you don't want to put too much emphasis on one person, but she is such a talented person that we might actually see. I mean, not that we'll ever know, but Halo 5 could visually suffer a little bit.
Maybe the foundation's already set.
That's true.
Maybe
that's entirely possible. We don't know the behind the scenes, but
did take on Timothy Longo, who's now going to be the creative director.
Yes.
Worked on the Tomb Raider reboot. So that's very promising right there.
Yeah, he was also at LucasArts on both an unannounced project and Republic Commando, which is really beloved squad-based Star Wars game from last generation, the PS2 and original Xbox generation. Right. People love that game. So. And
we also were told by 343 that they're working on other projects that aren't Halo 5.
Yeah.
The interesting thing, though, is next year marks the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2.
Yes. So
could we see in HD?
I don't know. I've asked Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft Game Studios, about it every chance I get, and I got the feeling from him being, you can't hear it on the podcast, but just from being in the room with him, the vibe I got was that it's not happening.
It's not happening. Ooh.
But I do think that I think there might be another Halo Wars game happening. I don't know who's making it.
I'd be happy. I know there's a dedicated fan base for Halo Wars.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, I mean, we do know Master Chief is in Halo.
Of course,
whatever they're going to be titling it.
It's got to be 5. Although it wouldn't surprise me if they did Halo colon something else.
Now there are hints of Cortana being in it, but then again, that's not really, she could not be in it. That's not confirmed. But then again, you'd have to think even if she's not in it, she's at least a huge driving force for Master Chief to go along his journey.
And then finally, Alfredo, the other key thing here that's probably more of a multiplayer thing. Of course, multiplayer's always been big in Halo. Halo 4, it started real strong, but man, Call of Duty took a big bite out of Halo 4's fan base, multiplayer fan base, I should say, and it has sort of steadily dropped off if you look at the player numbers in the game over the months and years. But 343's been hiring some people with free-to-play experience on their resumes, which leads me to wonder. I'm not saying Halo's going to be free-to-play, of course not. They're going to charge $60 for it, but I do wonder if there's going to be some sort of persistent online, real. Almost maybe like an esports, a league kind of thing. I mean, they've dabbled with it. They've partnered up with. I can see that happening.
Halo's still very strong in the pro circuit, so it's a viable option.
So, we're going to find out a lot more about Halo 5, including what it's actually called.
Yeah, we'll see eventually. We'll keep digging into it. We'll come back to this.
Yeah, in 2014, it's going to be a very Halo-tastic year, because they said when they announced it at E3 2013, they said coming 2014.
Yeah, and if history, proves us correct, right? There's always 2 E3s leading up to a Halo game being released.
True.
We usually have a trailer one year, and then the next year we get like a full
blowout
trailer and then a blowout with the actual gameplay. Yeah.
All right. So for more on the next Halo, let's call it Halo 5 for now. You're already in the right place here at IGN.